So, tell us a bit about what you do at LiveRamp, first of all, just to get the show on the road.
Yeah, so I'm Travis Klinger. I lead our activations and addressability strategy at LiveRamp and our business development work there. So that's all of our media, MarTech, and AdTech partnerships around the world.
So what is LiveRamp doing with clean rooms? How do they fit into the bigger picture?
Yeah, so I think, when you look at LiveRamp, we are a data collaboration platform. So what that means is we enable marketers, publishers, agencies to bring in their first-party data, to collaborate with it, build second-party data, better understand their customers, build relationships, for example, retail media networks with CPGs, airlines, many different companies can use first-party data, create all of this new second-party data, but then importantly, we don't just stop at the collaboration. So we use the clean room functionality, we ensure there's the right permissions, the governance, but then we connect it. So we have a whole connective ecosystem that we enable our customers to activate their data, right? Because the whole purpose of collaboration is how can you then personalize and measure the consumer journey. And so we're focused on how can we take the data that folks use in the clean room functionality and then connect it to every single consumer experience across media, but also across MarTech.
So clean rooms are clearly having a moment here in Cannes and in the US market and everywhere. Why? What changed? Why are we all talking about clean rooms at the moment?
Yes, so I think, the clean room technology is really important, right? The privacy, the permissions, the governance around data security. As we look at a world where signal is going down, where third-party data, is under a little bit of threat, you have brands saying, how can I maximize my first-party data? But for some brands, you can only get so much first-party data. So then you have to look at, okay, how do I work with other brands to build second-party data? And clean rooms enable you to do this in a protected and safe way. And I think that's what's taking off. Now, importantly, I think we see a trend of clean rooms existing just for the purpose of existing. There's probably 100 clean rooms over at Cannes right now. And I think the opportunity is how do marketers look at those clean rooms and figure out which ones are interoperable? Because there's not going to be 100 long run. There's going to be a couple dozen. And then which ones have that connectivity? So you don't want to get all your data stuck in a bunker where then you can't use it. You want to make sure you can use the data in the clean rooms. Because clean rooms are a functionality for a purpose, but they themselves are not the end-all be-all.
So the other big development in the US marketplace is obviously the transition to a multi-currency market in the TV space. Lots of people say that the two things go hand in hand, clean rooms and the transition to multi-currency market. Why? Is that your view?
I think so. So I think when we look at clean rooms, one of the key functionalities is how do you measure impressions that previously were very hard to measure. So you have CTV, you have linear TV, and then you even have the walled gardens who are now saying, you know what, we've always kind of restricted measurement because we've had to protect our users' privacy, we've had to protect our data. But now, with clean room functionality, we can share those exposure logs, we can share those impressions in a safe way. We can let the brands measure, but not have access to the data. So being able to use but not access the data gets to that security and permissions aspect. And then we can drive more spend. So for the first time ever, we're actually seeing brands who, at the end of the day, the brand just wants to know, what did my consumer do? They saw all these ads, did they actually buy more things? They can bring in real-life events like in-store transactions, and they can measure them across CTV, across walled gardens, and understand the true consumer journey, and then they can media plan off of that.
So assuming all the clean rooms make it out of Cannes alive, will we still be talking about clean rooms in 2025?
I think we will be talking about clean room functionality, and I think we will be talking about interoperability, but I think clean rooms for the sake of clean rooms are going to go away, and instead you're going to see a rise of data collaboration platforms with clean room functionality, with a focus on how do you connect them to media experiences.
So there's huge potential clearly here with clean rooms. Are there things that we need to do as an industry to really unlock the full potential of this new architecture for data collaboration?
I think the biggest thing is interoperability. So at the end of the day, if you talk to a marketer, they have their preferred clean room. If you talk to a publisher, they have their preferred clean room. And suddenly you have 100 plus clean rooms out there. And they don't talk to each other. But at the end of the day, that doesn't work. We're an ecosystem that only works when we all work together. And at the end of the day, all of us in ad tech, we don't own the data. Our job is to be the middleware for the marketer to connect to the consumer through the publisher. So what's really important, I think, for the industry over the next couple of years is to focus on interoperability and connectivity, making sure that data doesn't get stuck in clean rooms, that it can be moved across clean rooms, and then can be connected to consumer experiences.
So if there's one big thing that every media owner or agency should be doing with a clean room today, what's the final word from you on that?
I think it's focusing on how that clean room can connect to others across clouds, and it can connect to media experiences. Make sure your data doesn't get stuck in a clean room. Make sure you can use it. So focus on clean room functionality, not the clean room itself.